There once was a bluebird that was in love with a mouse. The bluebird protected the mouse from animals like foxes or snakes. He loved the mouse so much that he dedicated everything to the mouse. The bluebird would bring nuts and berries to the mouse's home as a surprise and sing songs during the day for the mouse to listen to. The mouse was surprised for a few days before eventually getting used to the kind gestures. As time went on, the bluebird would bring other things like sticks and leaves and glass and fur and dead bugs. The mouse was confused but accepted the gifts. From morning till night, the bluebird would watch the mouse from their home and watch as they travelled across the field and forest. He felt close to the mouse in this way. He was someone who protected the mouse and watched over them. Nobody could change this, the bluebird would think to himself. One day, the mouse met a yellow bird. This yellow bird was very outgoing and kind when she met the mouse. The yellow bird spoke about her adventures and the places she'd travel, as well as what she would bring home to her nest. When she spoke of bringing nuts, berries, sticks, leaves, glass and dead bugs back to her nest, the mouse believed that the yellow bird was the one leaving those gifts at their house. The mouse thought of the yellow bird's gesture and took this as a sign of interest. As time passed, the yellow bird and mouse grew even closer, and love grew between them. Witnessing all the events that led up to this, the bluebird grew jealous and felt betrayed by the mouse. For many nights, the bluebird sang in sorrow and pain. The days grew long and the nights longer. It felt unbearable for the bluebird. He couldn't believe that who he loved so dearly would betray him so badly. The pain soon turned to rage as the bluebird witnessed the yellow bird be so chummy with his love. He couldn't stand for this and needed things to go back to before, when things were better, when things were right. For a few weeks, the bluebird stopped placing gifts at the mouse's home. The mouse hadn't seemed to notice as the summer passed, but soon realised their amount of food plummeting quicker before the fall had even passed. They grew irritated and anxious as winter grew closer and closer. The wind grew colder while the food grew in few. As the first drops of snowflakes hit the mouse's nose while they were gathering resources, their emotions finally burst. They had near to none of rations for themselves. The yellow bird was a kind and close friend of the mouse, but her eating all the rations and leaving almost none for the mouse finally made the mouse break. The mouse kicked the yellow bird out of their home and left her to fend for herself. The yellow bird, now left alone and freezing, took refuge in an empty tree trunk where the wind blew strong but was safe from the snow. That night, as the yellow bird slept, the bluebird took the chance to strike and murder the yellow bird in cold blood. Slash, slash. Gash, gash. Screams of terror and blood flying everywhere. The sound of flesh ripping and feathers flying everywhere. Screaming, screaming, and more screaming. The clanking of talons and beaks with more flesh ripping. Blood soaks everything and nothing can be seen. Slowly, as the crimson red dripped from the ceiling and hit a strange object, it emerged and opened its eyes.
The red bird stood there with a glint of evil in its eyes and a fresh coat of red beauty on its body.